House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer wants you to know that his investigation of President Biden is important to you. Biden's family is trustworthy. This is a credible investigation. This is how credible investigations are conducted, he later insisted of the process he was moving forward with. This is a credible investigation, he told Newsmax's Eric Bolling in a separate interview. You'd be forgiven for thinking Comer was feeling a little defensive. But it should be so. Rather than delving deep into key allegations wrongdoing. Its investigation since Republicans regained control of the House Representatives in January has ranged widely without bringing to light anything significantly concerning Biden. It showed that President Biden's son Hunter was using his last name to create jobs. But that was already obvious. Overheated insinuations. Comer's fundamental failing was his infinite willingness to respond, through credulity or skepticism, to enormous demand for information from the right wing that denounces Democratic president. His profile has soared over the year as the leader of this investigation. This credible investigation, that continues to churn out what resembles incriminating evidence. But for months, there has been a retreat from arguing that real, hard evidence proving Biden's guilt, including the official impeachment inquiry, remains just a subpoena away. However, there is one argument that comes up repeatedly in his interview with Hannity in his efforts to suggest that Joe Biden deserves condemnation. This is completely unfounded, but it is the basis of a right-wing narrative about the president. This swap Comer, we know that the Biden family has received millions of dollars from our enemies around the world. We don't know what they did to get the money. We don't know a lot about how the Bidens are able to afford such lavish lifestyles when we don't really know what they do for a living. Hannity, we know Hunter admits he has no experience in energy, oil, gas or Ukraine, but he was still involved with Burisma, and his father, as vice president, took action, withheld $1 billion and used that billion to get an investigative prosecutor fired. And within 6 hours the man was gone. Hunter got his money. And this, as far as you can record, was 5 days after Hunter had a phone call from Dubai with Burisma executives. But let's start from the beginning. First, there is claim that Biden family received millions of dollars from our enemies. Comer and others often say Biden family made $20 million from these efforts. But real figure is around $7.5 million. As the Washington Post documented in August, nor did it come from America's enemies. There was money coming from a Chinese energy company affiliated with that country's government. But the enemies line here otherwise boils down to conflating foreign governments with individuals from those countries. Then Comer introduces his own standard. What did they